Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Maria and I make personal development content here on YouTube. And so in today's video, I wanted to get on here and talk about um, how everything really does work together for our good when we are in constant communication with the Lord and when we are living for the Lord. And I just really wanted to get on here and talk about this because this has been something that's been personal to me in my own personal development and self-development journey. When it comes to self-development and personal development, it is really a holistic view, right? You want to work on, if you are a believer, you want to work on your relationship with God. If you are wanting to see yourself look different physically, you will start working out. If you want to see your skin get clearer or brighter, you will start taking care of your skin. You'll start taking care of what you eat. So all of these things is all a part of personal development. And so every day we should be striving to holistically be the best version of ourselves. And that comes with getting the tools, using the resources that we have available to us to be able to have all these aspects of ourselves and be where we want to be. And again, we are striving to be the best that we can be, but we are not God, so we will never be perfect. But this gets into what today's topic is about, which is being willing to sacrifice. And a lot of times I think we get so stressed out because we know that we are not living the way that we're supposed to be living for Christ, but we are also so afraid of losing something in order to avoid the uncomfortable part of it all, right? So this is something that I've struggled with, going through this journey of being concerned about losing something near or someone near and dear to me, because I'm like, well, if I lose this or if I lose that person, then what am I going to do? God, I thought I heard you right. Like I thought I heard that this was for me, God. I thought I heard that this was in my will. I thought I heard that and your will for me, excuse me. I thought I heard you tell me that this is it. This is the end goal. I thought I heard that. And one thing that God has helped me to realize is either A, yes, you did hear it, or B, no, you did not hear it. And here is how God has revealed to me when something is for me and when it's not. Number one, A, when I did hear it, that meant that I heard God clearly when he said, this is for you. But you won't have to make any sacrifice. Like you won't have to sacrifice your relationship with me for it. So yes, you are going to have to make sacrifices as far as dying out to your flesh. Yes, you are going to have to make sacrifices as in not going to this place when you want to go here and going here instead, or staying home instead. Yes, there is going to have to be some self-control and some discipline along this journey. Yes, this is for you if you will align yourself and be obedient to my will for you. Yes, this is for you. And then the other side of that is no, this is not for you. And when God reveals to me that this is not for me, or it is not for me, I will do everything in my power to make it work, and it still won't work for me. It doesn't matter if I'm obedient to God or if I'm not obedient to him, his will is automatically going to be done regardless. And so if I go out of my way to say, all right, God, I think you might have messed up here. Like, I don't know. I think you might have messed up here. I think that this actually is for me. And so I'm just going to go ahead and kind of like do my little thing. Maybe, I'll see about in a little bit of time. I'll hear your voice again and you'll tell me, yeah, keep going, keep going. But of course, sometimes we just do things and we know that it's really not for us, but yet we just want to keep hope alive and believe that that is for us. And so there's been two different aspects and two different ways that I've been able to tell when God is saying that something is for me and when it's not. And the biggest things that I have been able to learn from these journeys is being willing to walk with Him regardless. I think the biggest thing is, like, I can only speak to for an example. In a previous relationship that I was in, I had decided that I was just like, I wasn't going to live the life that my partner felt like, my ex-partner felt like was acceptable for me to live. I wasn't going to do the things that he wanted me to do just so that I can be accepted by him, just so that I could say I have someone, just so that I can say that I'm in a relationship and that I have someone in a relationship and we're together and we can do these little cute Valentine's Day things and all this other stuff. Like, I had decided I no longer want to live my life like that, right? And as I had decided that, I had also started getting and gaining my relationship closer with God. And in that time, I thought, when I first met him, I'm like, oh yeah, like, this is my husband. You know how we can get, ladies, like, this is my husband, this is it, this is the one. And so I thought I heard God say that. And I was ultimately mistaken, because I obviously am not with him today, but also when I started living my life for Christ, he fell away. Right? And so that's what typically happens. And that's how we're able to identify when things are for us and when they're not. Because when we are in our, when we are not connected to God and we're doing things based off of how we're feeling and based off of where we think we hear God speaking to us, even though we're not even talking to God like that, we're not even asking him for like clarification or you know, any warnings or signs or wonders, anything like that, we're in our mind right there, right? And we are saying these things. God is not saying these things. And so that is the difference again between, number one, God saying yes and me hearing God say yes, and me actually saying, okay, yes, but this is for you, but you are going to have to do X, Y, and Z, such as sacrifice the things that you want to do and be willing to lose my ex-partner if that came down to that. Or then B, saying, this is not for you. Like, this is not for you. And so I was able to see it was not for me, because when I finally stepped into the life that God had called for me, he ultimately fell away because he didn't want to live that life, the same lifestyle as me. And so that is right there where you will know when God is in it and when he's not in it. And you'll also be able to know as well when God has declared something is for you and when he's declared it's not. And the easiest way for you to know if something is not for you is by living and devoting and spending your entire days trying to be better and have a closer relationship with him. Because as you develop a closer relationship with him, you will automatically start living more God-like, and the things and the people that are not for you will ultimately drop off. But you gotta be willing to sacrifice the things that you absolutely love the most in order to be able to hear clearly from God and know if it's for you. Because if I had not decided to live for Christ and do better and really start to focus my attention on how I can live more for him and not for my ex-partner, that is when things started to change. And that's when God revealed to me, this is not for you. So that's really it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this was helpful for you. I think a lot of times we kind of get like a little confused about like, where is God calling us to, or what is he telling, like, is it for me, is it not for me, God, what's going on? But that's just how I have been able to see when God is saying yes and when he is saying no. So that's all for me. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check my description box down below. Check out my website, check out my services, check out my blog posts, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye-bye.